It's Sunday, and you know what that means. We're going to look into our Magic 8 balls, and we're going to find out what 2025 is all about. JFB, do you got your Magic 8 ball ready?
I do. I've been shaking it, and it says progress looks promising.
I know you were going to say prognosis negative.
Prognosis negative. All this and more on the All Effin' Wrestling Show. Hit the intro.
We're clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. Need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Good morning. Good afternoon. If I don't see you till later, you don't have to worry about keeping my supper warm. I'm making a ham.
Nice.
In the oven. Jessica is making a ham in the oven. I'm going to eat it. I am, of course, the almighty JFB, James from Boston.
And I am, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am the pop culture icon. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Kenneth Dry. And I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend, Pancake Man, who is now helping backstage. And he's somewhat of a producer for the AFW Network.
I love you, my tribal chief. That guy beneath us, right here, this guy.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, you know his many names. Introduce yourself, good sir.
It's me, Commissioner Joe, a.k.a. the EVP of everything that is AFW All Effin' Wrestling. Just want to, as usual, as I've done for like the last week, wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope you all spend some good time off from work and with the family.
Yeah. So we have pretty big stuff. We're going to do our predictions for 2025. But before we do that, we have to get out a little house cleaning. Clear the room, if you will. Mop the floors. Dust the shelves. We're talking about the news.
Now in chunky style.
Now in chunky style.
From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the Effin' News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB.
When we say chunky style news, we're talking about news that you can really sink your teeth in, not just like no sipping news.
No
We're
sipping
talking
news.
stuff that's going to get you, you're going to have to chew.
So I want to start off by talking about Wrestle Dynasty. This is going to be Japan's version of Forbidden Door. It's going to be AEW, CMLL, Ring of Honor, AEW. So it's a pretty big deal. Here are some of the matches. If you watched Rampage or Collision, you know full well that Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara are going to be taking on Sho and Kanemaru. From House of
Torture.
There you go, House of Torture. Zack Sabre Jr. is wrestling Ricochet. This is your New Japan Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion going against Ricochet. I think this is going to be the match of the night. I don't see any matches right now that even get close. But you have a three-way Tagagi, who's the never open weight champion. He's taking on Takeshita and Ishii. Tsuji versus Jack Perry. You get the four-way Willow Nightingale, Persephone from CLL, Athena from Ring of Honor, and then you also have an unnamed Stardom wrestler, which I have a feeling is going to be Mina Shirakawa. That's just me. Omega versus Gabe Kidd. I'm angry with Jericho. We're all angry with Jericho. Shuda Amino versus Claudio. David Finlay versus Brody King, which may be the second match of the night because that's just going to be.
What day does this fall on?
The 5th.
The 5th, yeah.
It's the day after Wrestle Kingdom, which is always the 4th.
Yeah, always the 4th. The vacant IWGP Tag Team Championship match, Great Khan and a to be determined. It's going to be taking on the Young Bucks. The IWGP Strong Women's and Undisputed British Women's title match is going to be Mercedes Moné versus Mina Shirakawa, which means someone's walking away with both. Moné has the chance of having 3 belts.
3 belt, unless Moné loses the title at World's End.
Yeah,
I think she does because it doesn't make any sense to me that Statlander is getting another shot unless they're doing 50-50 booking.
I mean, they very well might be.
Let me ask you a question there real quick.
Yeah.
You said there was a triple threat. I thought it was that Ishii and Takeshita are fighting on Wrestle Kingdom, and then the winner of that goes on to face the other guy. And I thought it was unless it changed, because I could have swore it was like a winner take all.
It might be. I may have read it wrong. I may have read it wrong on New Japan's website.
Who knows? I saw that like 2 months ago. So
yeah. So I'd like to see Mina versus Io. Yeah, I would too. So Cody Rhodes, living kayfabe, was seen in around Atlanta with a neck brace on. If you're gonna do it right. Cody Rhodes understands the importance of kayfabe. He just understands it.
You have to respect the commitment.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, so another Steiner youngling is entering into the pro wrestling world. Scott Steiner's son, Brock Reichensteiner, is in fact going to try to become a professional wrestler. Now, if he's anything like his cousin,
he'll be good.
He'll be good, but I don't see him going. I think AEW gets him. That's going to be their version of Braun.
I don't know. Like, I think WWE will want him.
Oh, they'll want him. They're not going to get him. Tony Khan.
Interesting to see.
Yeah, Tony Khan.
Hopefully, they'll just let this one be a Steiner and not some other name. Just embrace the Steiner lineage. That's what you should do.
Exactly. Now, we have a big, huge show on Christmas Day for Wednesday Night Dynamite. We're talking, this thing is stacked to the gills. But someone was actually seen backstage at Hammerstein Ballroom because the AEW Dynamite is going to be taped. It is not live. As I'm assuming we're not going to be predicting.
And we are not predicting. And we're not going to be doing Dynamite After Dark on Christmas.
Oh, okay. Good. I didn't want to do it anyways.
Well, this is take a day off from the podcasting business.
Yeah, celebrate with friends and family. Anyways, Bandito was seen. So there's a good chance we may see Bandito on Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Bandito,
I don't know,
injured himself coming in on Ring of Honor.
Really?
Yeah, he came in to save Matt Cardona from getting beat down by the Learning Tree.
And he was in the middle of the ring, staying down for like 20 seconds before he got up.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch Final Battle, so I have no idea.
It was really good.
If you get the chance, JFB.
Yeah,
go watch it. It was really good.
Okay. How did Athena do? Did she win?
Yeah.
All right. Didn't pick that one. I picked Billy Starks.
So did I. It should have been Billy Starks.
Yeah.
The story and everything tells you Billy Starks should win.
So the Octogenarian.
The story's never finished, Joe.
Yeah.
This isn't WWE. This isn't Triple H.
So our favorite octogenarian wrestler, otherwise known as Ric Flair, says that some guy welched on him in a $2 million business deal decades ago. Not years, not months, not days. Decades ago. This guy is still holding a grudge over the $2 million, the amount of money.
I would too. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well,
Question is it true or not?
Yeah.
I think it is.
And if it is true, why now?
Yeah.
because he doesn't have the money coming in anymore.
Because he's getting divorced.
Again, was this like number 6?
I think it's 7.
Wow.
I think it's 7, if I'm not
So
mistaken.
unlucky number 7 is what you're saying.
Matt Hardy is in the news. Says he gave his flowers on his podcast to Michael Cole. Called him the best play-by-play announcer in wrestling ever. What do you guys think about that?
I disagree.
No. Is he good? Yes. I think there are far better play-by-play. I think the guys who have done it by themselves, like Joey Styles,
Yeah,
Ian Riccaboni, has done it. I think if you could hold a booth down by yourself, you're better than someone who has a color commentator next to you.
Yeah.
I think the all-time greatest is JR. Like
Yeah.
JR in its heyday.
yeah.
Like who's better than JR?
Nobody. Gordon Soley would be the only closest one to.
Like, and this isn't a knock on Michael Cole, because Michael Cole can be good when he doesn't have someone chirping in his ear.
Yeah.
Just go look at what he did during the NXT UK tournament with Nigel. He was phenomenal in that.
He was amazing.
And you know who the best is today?
Morrow.
Not all time, but today, Ronaldo. That guy is amazing. Like I love listening to Ronaldo. Like that Netflix thing where they had Ronaldo in it. He was gold.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He's amazing. Mamma mia!
Just even those little clips he had, just making everyone laugh. Oh my goodness!
So I wanna give a shout out to Rey Mysterio Sr. Rey Mysterio Sr. at the age of 66 has passed away. Now the question you are going to ask is, oh, that's Rey Mysterio's dad. Actually, it is not. Rey Mysterio's uncle, his dad's brother. That is who.
Is this Chavo's dad?
No.
Okay.
No, that's Guerrero.
That's
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
The classic, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's also sad because Ray's father passed away a couple months ago, so he's lost two father figure type characters in a short amount of time.
Yeah. We may have a main event for night 1 of WrestleMania 41. The internal talks and the internal discussions are Roman Reigns is going to take on CM Punk at WrestleMania 41. Whether it's a main event, what night it will be on, nobody knows. It's not even officially signed, sealed, and delivered, but that's
Just
internally. Yeah, just talking, internal talks.
I don't see that happening. I don't see how Roman isn't involved in this bloodline thing through Mania.
Yeah. I think we'll find out as we get closer to the Royal Rumble exactly
Honestly,
how it's going to wash out.
This bloodline thing lasting till Mania, I can't handle it.
Yeah, it's
It's
long
going
time.
on too long. Like
I know,
boring.
but it's going to. True, because we all know WWE, WrestleMania is the end of their stories, so they're not going to stop this close to Mania.
True. Yeah. They're going to have to drag it out, unfortunately. AEW might have signed Matt Cardona to a full-time contract. Now, there's no confirmation from one side or the other, but the understanding is that Matt Cardona is going to sign full-time and still be able to participate in other promotions as well.
One proof of that is AEW shop. They got the Always Ready shirt there.
Yep,
That is true. That is true.
And I think he also has a shirt on the ROH shop as well.
He does. Yep. So
that just screams to me that
I think there's already
it's not a full time. There's something there.
There's a deal in principle. If it's not signed.
Yeah. That's the news, guys. I don't have any other news.
I have something I want to talk about.
Add to it.
All right. So you're a filmmaker, JFB.
I am.
What did you think of James Gunn's trailer for Superman?
So, I am probably one of the greatest fans and harshest critics of Superman. I grew up, the first comic book that was ever bought for me when I was like 3 or 4 years old was Action Comics. The first one I ever bought by myself was Superman #1 from John Byrne when he relaunched Superman. I love Superman. I was extremely hesitant about liking this. I watched it 10, maybe 12 times. I love it. I cannot wait. If you're going to establish this universe, you have to establish it with the number one guy, and that's Superman. Now, my worry is that, for those who don't know, Superman is basically the retelling of the Jesus Christ story.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And there's no way in ifs, ands, or buts about it. Superman is essentially space Jesus. For me, I want them to humanize Superman. And I think they did a good job, at least in the initial trailer, of giving him a human thing. And for all those people who are like, oh, Crypto, blah, 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 shut up. Crypto is probably one of the biggest cannons in Superman's history.
Dude, Crypto, that dog was freaking cute as hell in that trailer.
He's like,
Now, Zach, our friend Zach, he said, now every white dog in the next 10 years.
yeah.
It was going to be named Crypto.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to put a white cape on him.
Yeah.
I will say, I hope that this is the stability of the DC, because I am tired of seeing Superman and Batman being rebooted every couple of years.
Yeah.
I hope that this is something, because I think because James Gunn obviously comes from the MCU, so he knows how it works.
Yeah.
Hopefully he takes that framework to the DCU and just hopefully he's like the end all be all to make sure everything flows together.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love Crypto being part of this because a lot of times you get these major players in like say the Batman universe or the Superman universe being left out. They're very important and they get left out. What's also Superman's androids are also included in this movie.
Yep.
Which is really cool. So I'm excited for this, and I'm really liking what James Gunn is doing.
I do too.
You see, if you haven't seen Creature Commandos yet on Max, this thing is a masterpiece. I really liked X-Men 97.
Yeah.
And Creature Commandos blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
For an animated TV show.
Yeah. For me, the James Gunn has the ability of taking very very unknown characters and making them massive. Guardians of the Galaxy as a comic book is obscure. Nobody read it.
They're like C tier.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I think what the Creature Commandos is exactly that. He took a very unknown IP that just kind of drifted in the DC universe. He smacked the hell out of it.
They're a branch off of the Suicide Squad, right?
And just made an amazing story. And I think that's what he's going to do. I have faith. They're not going to retell his origin. We know that from James Gunn has come out and said, I'm not going to do an origin story. And I think that's good because, to be honest with you, sick and tired of the origin story.
And this really bodes well for Batman as well.
Yeah.
Because if you got Crypto in there, you got the android.
Yep.
And you're gonna have Robin. You're gonna have all these different characters that are being left out.
Yeah.
I hope so. I really hope that James Gunn just brings in all the underutilized or misused characters from the past of DC.
Yeah.
There's so much they can do to make this a very flushed out universe.
Yeah. I will say this, if you're looking for a entry point into the Superman movie that we're going to eventually see in July, there's one graphic novel I would recommend, and that is called Superman: A Man for All Seasons. This is the foundation of the Superman movie. They have built this around that storyline.
That's cool.
And Grant Morrison, I don't care what anybody says. Outside of Alan Moore as a writer, outside of Frank Miller as a writer, no one is more prolific in telling an amazing story in the comic book form than Grant Morrison. Nobody. That Scottish bastard writes like it just comes out of him. It's just amazing. I have never read a comic book that I did not enjoy from Grant Morrison.
You can tell Canada Dry hasn't done a comic book shop show in a while.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
talk
so
about
we're
some
just
comics.
dropping a little bit of comic book store stuff here.
A little crossover, you know.
You know what we
Also-
should do? You know what we should do before you get to what you were saying, Joe? I think we should call our fans of the comic book store, and our first comic book store shirt should be the 3-colored demons.
Well, we already have a comic book shirt.
Oh no, but this I'm talking about like the actual like the 3-color that they did on Image and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
I just want to say real quick. I know we're talking DC, but on Disney Plus tonight starts the 12 days of the 3rd season of What If. We get one
Oh.
episode a day.
Okay.
But What If has been a bit of a failure.
Well, this is
Right.
the last season of it. So.
Yeah, if they get rid of it. Because
I love the What Ifs as a kid.
I like the one where there was the zombies. I enjoyed that one, but
They're doing a spin-off, and they're supposedly doing a Marvel zombie show.
yeah, I
on
would
Disney
like
Plus.
that one.
Yeah, I read What If as a kid. The comic books What If. I loved them. I love the whole ideology. Like, what if this person got animated?
Dossie Chatham has a really good comment. If they reboot Superman 2 more times, they get a free Subway sandwich.
Oh yeah, go on. $5 foot.
You know, they don't really. They ended that. Like, that stamp program was so good with Subway. That like everything about Subway is shit
Yeah.
now.
It's all because of Jared.
Yeah. Blame Jared, not the evil corporate overlords that put 2 Subway shops next to each other so they implode. And
All right, guys, let's get to the main event of the evening. If I can find it, there it is. Here we go.
This is the main event of the evening.
We are close to the end of 2024. We are getting ready to emerge through the birth canal of December into a new year. If you will. We're talking about 2025. And what better way to get near 2025 and nearly kick it off than to go ahead and prognosticate 15 bold predictions for 2025 with AEW and WWE.
look at my Ad Magic 8 Ball and figure this shit out.
Yep, I've been shaking it. I'm like shaking it.
Oh, you're the reason why the electricity is coming off of it.
Yeah. All right, so we rolled dice, and it was inconclusive. We spun the bottle exploded. But
Why didn't we just ask the 8-ball? That would have been smart.
yeah, but we picked sticks. And Canada Dry, you go first. What is your first bold prediction for 2025?
I predict that Ricky Starks returns to AEW. And on his first match back, he somehow cons his way into a TNT title match and defeats Daniel Garcia, becoming the new TNT champion.
I don't know if I want to live in that universe.
I mean, that would definitely be a shock. I wouldn't.
It's a bold prediction. I'm going on a
Yeah,
limb here.
that's the purpose of this is
Yeah.
bold predictions.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, he's not doing anything. He's just sitting there in some kind of weird state.
I think that this is similar to what was happening with Jack Perry,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to come back and he's going to make a bold statement.
It's interesting you bring up Ricky Starks because I have something pertaining to Ricky Starks in my
Oh,
prediction.
another Ricky Starks bold prediction.
Joe.
Okay. My first bold prediction is Speedball Mac Bailey will be the one to dethrone Takeshita for the international title. Giving a throwback to Takeshita's first defense up in MLPW.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, he's a free agent. He's
And
not.
all signs are saying he's coming to AEW.
Yeah.
So
Because I think his style does not mesh well with WWE. The couple of matches that he's had in WWE did not look good at all. I felt like he was. I feel like Triple H didn't know what to do with him, which is really weird because guys who are good wrestlers, Triple H knows how to get the most out of them. But it was.
I want to see Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey in a match.
That would be so awesome.
Or so many people that you could like Ospreay, Swerve, like these guys. These are all big matches.
Yeah. Oh God, Speedball Mike Bailey. That would be so freaking awesome. All right, here we go. You ready?
What's your first big bold prediction?
Well, you pulled it out of me because you mentioned Ricky Starks.
So I think let me just see if I can mind meld with you here. And you tell me if I'm wrong. You're predicting that Ricky Starks goes to the WWE showing up at WrestleMania.
No. Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have said maybe you're predicting he wins the NXT title or something.
Here's my prediction. Royal Rumble in 2025. John Cena is going to win the men's. Becky Lynch is going to come back and win the women's. Here's the people I think are going to enter surprise as WWE. Ricky Starks is going to show up at the Royal Rumble.
Now, question about this.
Yeah.
Is his contract over with AEW by then?
It ends in 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Okay.
So Big E is going to show up. Joe Hendry, Ricky Starks, Charlotte, and Josh Alexander will appear in the men and women's Royal Rumble.
Okay, so you're going with a big Royal Rumble prediction. Oh,
yep. Big one. Yeah. That's how you do it.
You know what my one wish is? I just wish WWE wouldn't announce everybody.
Yeah.
Go back to the old day where you were surprised.
Yeah.
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 No one knows who's in this thing.
Yeah.
So every time someone comes out, you're
Yeah. And let alone where they're gonna I think John Cena, if Cena's physically able to do it, I think Cena goes Iron Man. It goes from one to win.
no, he doesn't win.
Apparently
He goes number 2. This isn't my bold prediction. He goes number 2 and loses. He falls out second last, and then wins it. Sorry. So I'm just gonna go with my prediction here.
wait, hold on, real quick. But can we just say? I just want to say real quick. Apparently, Cena has cleared his schedule for 2025. Is going to be full time.
Yeah.
With WWE.
So here's my bold prediction.
Go for it.
Cena wins the world title at the Elimination Chamber.
Ooh, which one?
The WWE World title.
The one held by Cody.
No,
Gunther.
Oh, the world. Oh, okay, Gunther. Okay.
And then Braun Breaker beats John Cena for that title at Mania.
Wow.
Bold prediction.
I mean, not only did you go out there, you went past the solar system on the edge of the Milky Way. I mean,
I'm swimming out where there's no lifeguards. I could drown.
you better find a porpoise or a shark and grab its fin. You know what? I'm going to say this. This is going to sound crazy. I think you're right. I think you are absolutely 100% right. I see that would make a lot of people really pissed off, but it would make me laugh my ass off. I would love to see.
So we got some backstage. It's showtime. Shane, he's naked.
I got a cowl on.
Okay.
I got a quick bold prediction since we're on the subject of John Cena. Kevin Owens somehow gets a screw job win for the title over Cody. Eventually, that turns into John Cena versus Kevin Owens to rehash the feud of the Kevin Owens' first major run feud, or main roster feud, I guess you could probably say. While John Cena was on his huge defend the U.S. title run, like that was that open challenge run when he was doing that. They put on a banger of a match at that pay-per-view they had that Kevin Owens got put over. So I could really see, and if there's no title involved, I still see either way Kevin Owens and John Cena one more match. But I would like to see Owens with the title and Cena taking the title from Owens to get the record.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hey, I'm
really
real quick,
quickly,
I'm making a roll.
no,
Don't allow me.
I really had to know this answer here. So, Showtime, Shane, you're in the shower naked. You're showering, and you're like, you know what? I gotta call in the All Effing Wrestling Show.
No, actually, I'm just gonna jump the shower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, next time, put the phone in a Ziploc bag and call us while you're in the shower.
Just use a waterproof couch.
I mean, sex sells.
I don't know if you guys want like what the angles are and what would happen to the channel after.
It'll get all misty.
So
all
what were you gonna
foggy.
Joe, what were you
We
gonna
gotta
say?
stop having people calling because he literally took one of my predictions off my list.
Oh,
Oh, I can see the steam
So,
just coming.
so no more call-ins. I ain't nobody else calling in to take away predictions, or I will walk out. I'm done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mac. I did not mean to steal your thunder, buddy.
I love it.
Now I got to brainstorm some other crazy prediction.
If I come up with some advice in a few minutes in the shower, I'll call back and ask you guys for advice.
All right.
Close your eyes. Don't let the soap get in your eyes. That's your advice. Okay?
I love it.
Oh, he stole your thunder.
Yeah, you did. Hell.
Oh, man.
And you're like, I'm walking.
I'm out of here.
Okay,
Okay.
no more call-ins for predictions.
Yeah.
You want to call in, ask for advice. How about that?
Yeah, we'll let you do that. Joe, you're next.
Okay, my next prediction is, and this is personal because I'm going to be there, Will Ospreay wins the AEW World Title at All In Texas.
Okay. I mean, it's not super far-fetched. I don't know if it's going to go that long, but
I don't know, but that's what I want because, like you said, I'm going to be there in person.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well,
I
wait,
don't
that's
think it's a bad. I don't think you're that far out because like, Will Ospreay, is one of the big deals in AEW. Like,
oh yeah.
like they're building off of Ospreay Swerve.
Yep.
Like these
And they're trying to build up Ricochet too with this heel.
Yep.
Speaking of which, did you guys see what happened on Collision last night?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
So Ospreay and Ricochet start off the show, and they're in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Will comes out, he gets showered with streamers. Ricochet comes out, they're throwing toilet paper at him, and you just see Ospreay on the outside dying from laughter.
Yeah, like I said, I'm loving Ricochet's slimy character.
I do too. I have always been critical of Ricochet when he tries to be anything other than Ricochet as a good guy, and I like it. I like this slimy.
Like you could do far more as a heel
Oh yeah.
than you can as a babyface.
Yeah.
Like getting over as a babyface is hard.
Yeah. I got asked one time who my favorite character was in the movies. Harry Potter, who's my favorite Harry Potter character? And I said, I like Voldemort. And the person that would ask me why. And I said, because heroes have one journey, and that's to go from A to B. They're not allowed to deviate. They may have obstacles and they have to go over, but they're not allowed to change. A villain, however, the only job the villain has is to screw with the hero. That's it. They can zigzag and go wherever the hell they want to and do whatever they want to as long
they
as
have
it's
less rules.
Yeah, they don't have to follow rules. So, I mean, that's the reason why the JFB likes heels, because heels can do whatever they want. They cheat, they lie, they steal.
And they show off more of their range as a character.
Yeah. They mean one overly amazing, awesome face that could cut promos as well as a heel, or to do anything they want to. None.
Swerve, but even then he had to go the villain's route to get there.
Yeah. And I don't even think he's a face. I think he's a tweener. I don't
I
see
think he's more face now as he's getting involved with
Who?
Swerve.
Yeah, I think.
He's
Yeah, I
leaning
think.
more on the face side.
Yeah, Swerve is the face tweener to Hangman's heel tweener.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
Yeah. And I have a feeling, in all honesty, Hangman's going back to being either I think he's going to lead. The Jacksons posted a bunch of pictures of the what do they call it? Not the elite, but what? The name of the Young Bucks and Hangman Page together. What was
the Hang Bucks? The Hung
the
Bucks.
Hang Bucks? The Hung
Oh,
Bucks.
the Hung Bucks.
Yeah. I have a feel, unless they're just screwing with us, which entirely is possible because the Bucks love to screw with people. But
the Bucks love their work on the internet.
yeah,
is Ospreay taking too many L's or just not matter that much? I think
Some-
you have to wait. I'll let you guys give your opinion in a second. I think you have to wait to see where he finishes in the tournament before you can decide that. I think you got to see the overall finished painting of that tournament before you can answer that question.
yeah.
Personally, I think he is, but me and Canada Dry are complete opposite sides of this argument.
Yeah.
Hammerstein Bomb was where they booed John Cena. They said if Cena wins, we riot.
Yeah.
Of course.
Here's the thing: there are wrestlers and superstars who exceed where they are, where wins and losses and titles don't mean shit. And Will Ospreay is one of them. Hulk Hogan was another one. Hulk Hogan could lose 12 matches in a row until he gets to the championship match, and he's going to win the championship.
Mind you, he didn't.
True, yeah. But
that doesn't work for me.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Whose turn it is to make a big bold prediction? And what number are we at?
This is our second.
Yeah, it's my turn.
So
Here we go. Yahtzee. Here we go. WWE will form an alliance with All Japan Pro Wrestling, AAA, or Pro Wrestling Noah to expand their reach and talent refresh.
I think that makes a hell of a lot of sense. AAA is sitting there unclaimed after the fallout with AEW.
Yep.
So I think it's good.
Yeah. I think the problem with WWE is they were so stuck in this rut where it was the World Wrestling Entertainment's universe and nothing else existed. It was just this one little planet. No other planets, no moons, no stars, nothing. And I think that with Triple H and with Ari, I think that gives them the opportunity to expand, because as globally as WWE is, when you go to Japan, like the time I went to Japan, it was New Japan. There was never, you couldn't find anything that said WWE unless WWE was in town running a show. But you have a lot of older guys in WWE, guys like Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, John Cena, guys who are getting to the back end of their career. What do? You can go to the indies, but you're talking about years of development. But what if you were to go to Noah or All Japan or AAA and say, come on over. We'll give you the opportunity. We'll give you the ability to make a name for yourself beyond Mexico, Japan, or wherever. I think it's brilliant, and it's a good business move.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, Canada Dry, you're number 3, my friend.
I'm going way out on the way out limb here. Malachi Black wins the AEW World Championship.
Ooh.
That is definitely stepping out on a limb.
But I think it makes sense. Like you have this very over popular faction in the House of Black.
That's true.
And to give them the ultimate prize makes sense. And I would absolutely love to be right on this.
What do you think, Joe?
I'd love to see it. Is Malachi Black? I think the man deserves a world title here in the States. I haven't seen it. I mean, I would love for it. And I think he's character work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everything he does is great. There's no wasted movements or intentions with this man.
No.
So
I'm going to be the doomsayer here. I want it to happen. I want it to happen so bad you have no idea. I don't think it's going to happen, and I think the reason why is because I don't think Tony Khan knows what to do with Malachi Black. I don't think he knows that world that Malachi Black and Brody King live in. Where you are all about religion and spirituality, and that's their characters. And I think the problem is Tony Khan doesn't know how to book it and give them a compelling enough storyline that you could be like, I was in for the ride from the very beginning. 3 months later, he's champ. I just don't see it. I think if he does win a world championship,
how I would do this?
How? Do it.
The Death Riders accidentally involve themselves in a House of Black match.
Okay.
And this pisses off Malachi Black. And he now makes his mission to take that belt off of John Moxley. And you know what? Right now, I hate that the belt is in that case. It feels like it's in hostage.
Yeah.
That's the point, though.
I know, but it feels like it takes something special off that world title.
I think it makes it even more special.
Because wait till we get to see that title again.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna go pop crazy for it.
Because it's gonna be all covered in blood and bandages. All right, Joe.
Okay. This is one I just made up on the spot since my one got taken away. But so this takes a little bit of build. But on the first Raw of the new year, they are streaming on Netflix, is where they are crowning the new Intercontinental Women's Champion, correct?
Yep.
Well, don't know who the winner is. I don't care who the winner is. She's going to be standing there celebrating, and out comes Charlotte Flair. She's going to weasel her away, and she's going to win the women's IC title after like a 5-minute reign from the inaugural champion.
Yeah.
Why not? There's a running joke. She always comes back and gets a title shot right away.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Here's my prediction for what it's going to look like on Netflix. This is it right here. That is the NFL. That is the NFL on Netflix, which is their,
Now that is a fun game, Retro Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you're going to find out.
They're playing Retro Bowl.
We're going to find out in 3 days if that's what it looks like. Because
it's going to be fun.
So what do you think? What do you think of my bold prediction there, Canada guy?
Yeah.
What was it again?
Charlotte comes back on the first Raw of Netflix and wins the IC title.
I hope that's so, because Charlotte really needs to have something not involving a title.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree, but it's Charlotte. We all know that's not happening.
But like, I think even it's kind of beneath her to be going after IC and US titles as well.
Oh. Okay. I see that. I mean, I here's the thing. I think the problem with Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair relies on one thing and one thing only: her last name, Flair. I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm not saying that she doesn't project herself as a superstar. I'm sick and tired of her pulling a power move, which anytime she wants to come back, she has to be with the title shot. Come on. Like, build her up. Give her some, give her some losses. Give her some victories.
Like, you can go have her like tearing through the roster.
Yeah. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. All right. Here's mine.
Third prediction.
Miro will return victorious to AEW. He will join the Death Riders and then turn on them, costing Jon Moxley his belt.
Okay.
What you think about
Hey, you guys want to see a bad take?
Yeah.
Bad take Tiff says, prediction, the Queen gets a match against Canada.
Well, wait a minute. Is Charlotte Flair going to wrestle you?
No, she's calling herself the Queen.
Oh.
Bad take, Queen. Bad
Here's
take,
the
Queen.
thing about queens that you don't know of. Number one, queens always get their heads cut off. Just saying. I'm not saying yours is. But
For
number
a
two-
while, they're cutting other people's heads off, and then they eventually.
Yeah, they lose theirs.
Yeah.
Number two is that maybe a successful queen, besides Queen Elizabeth, who made it out alive.
Queen Elizabeth didn't make it out alive.
Well, yeah, but she didn't also
That's not a fair question. They all die.
she made it through a war. I gotta rephrase that. I'll think of another one and I'll interject. But I mean I just don't. Wait, what was yours again?
Here's a Charlotte Flair.
Oh yeah.
No, we're talking about JFPs now. It's just that we got interrupted by
that's right, yeah.
by the comment.
Yeah, I think Miro comes back.
All right.
He joins the Death Riders as the Redeemer. I think if they don't pull the trigger on Shane, because supposedly Shane McMahon is going to show up on WWE programming within the next couple of weeks. To announce
WWE or AEW?
No, WWE to announce something. So I think him being the Redeemer kind of fits into the Death Riders. Also a good way for him to get out. So what do you guys think?
I hope it's not true. I don't want to see Miro anymore. I'm done with him. He's a whiny little bitch.
That's fair.
You got to be mendable. You got to be workable. Just show up to work and do your job.
Yeah, there you go. I don't like your storyline. I'd not wrestle.
Yeah, I'm kind of over Miro as well.
Yeah.
If it happens, cool. I don't want him to be the reason why Moxley loses the title, though. I would rather that be an AEW original who does that.
Yeah. Okay. Canada Dry.
All right. Let's see. I've got some bad news for you. Wade Barrett returns to the ring against Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
They did tease that a couple months back.
So, yeah, that's my prediction. It's bad news Barrett returns to the WWE.
When I get really
In a
excited.
big PLE match.
When I get really excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I smell.
Are you a cheerleader?
I am, yes. That may very well be one of the greatest takes on this show so far. I miss Wade Barrett in the ring. I miss him with all the passion and heart and soul, like Nigel. And I think that would be brilliant to see him and Drew McIntyre just lock horns and knock the shit out of each other. Oh, yeah.
They're very similar in their wrestling styles, too.
Yeah, very similar. And they're about the same height. So this should be interesting. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, give it to me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would love to just let these two have it, but make it like a Brit Rest match, like what they would do over in England. Don't make it a WWE style match. Let them have their own British style match. I think that
This
would
was
be
my
awesome.
pick number 4. So
Yes.
Okay.
You ready for my fourth?
List.
Okay. So my fourth is that FTR, they are going to turn heel by costing the Outrunners the tag team titles.
Oh.
Okay. Your prediction should have been the Outrunners are going to be the World Tag Team Champions.
No, but I think he's saying that they have a championship match and lose because of
Yeah.
FTR.
I mean, that's
Look, I don't think it's beyond scope that the Outrunners become tag team champions in 2025.
They're popular.
They are over like Rover right now.
yep. Man.
And let's be honest, AEW's tag division is pretty lackluster at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that the Outrunners get a actual title shot joys me to no end. It fills my heart and my passion bucket.
They are going to be the youngest AEW tag team champions ever.
Yep.
Elvis.
That's the joke. They're like the youngest people in wrestling.
I'm sure none of you have this on your list, so I'm feel safe.
No.
So he's saying
I don't even know when Jericho.
2025.
There's no way he's retiring in 2025.
No, he's signed in 2026.
Okay, well, looks like we have an Showtime calling in to ask us some advice.
Okay.
Showtime, you're all showered up. You're looking good.
Yeah, I feel a lot better now. I feel like a million bucks.
Fresh as a daisy.
Yeah. So my question: last night, chatting up this chick, really awesome chick, like unbelievably wild, crazy chick that probably reminds me a little bit of me. Now, you guys know I just turned 40, and this chick happens to be mid-20s. Am I too old? Is the best way to put it. Am I too old to pursue this?
I'm going to answer first. If for some reason you start dating this woman and you start piercing stuff, wearing affliction or bedazzled shirts, and going to clubs at 3:00, no.
That's fair.
Okay.
I will give the simple answer. The rule is half your age plus 7. So if she's within like 26, 27, you're good.
Yeah.
That's literally just right on the cut threshold then.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. There you go.
Joe? You got
Look, if Hugh Hefner can have the girls, there ain't nothing wrong with you and a 27-year-old, okay?
And look at Jerry the King Waller.
Maybe you shouldn't compare yourself to Jerry the King. He's got some stuff that he's a little
I'm talking to who he married and ended up quitting WWE because she got canned. That's the one I was referring to. Yeah. She was only like 20-something, 30-something when he was like, 60 then?
Yeah.
There you go. You can get it. I expect a picture in my inbox.
Yeah, we need to see some photos.
Yeah.
Then we can give you a better.
We won't do it on the show. That's a little much.
Talk to you later, Shane.
Love you guys.
Half your age plus 7.
That's a good one to go with.
Time for JFB at his 4th.
By the month of July, 25%.
Well, he's narrowing it to like a time.
Yeah. By July, 25% of AEW's male roster will be gone by either release or no contract re-signings.
I like
that.
it.
That is a lot.
I like it. Like, you got to clear out the dead weight.
Yep. I mean, here's 2 things that JFB doesn't like: bloated carcasses and bloated rosters. That's all I'm saying. Don't like neither. I think the problem is there's just, in order for like guys like Malachi Black to actually get the rub, you gotta get rid of a lot of guys. Like Ricky Starks, and the list is long and distinguished, like Mike Johnson. But your dog, Joe, does not like my prediction at all. He is pissed off.
It's okay, buddy.
Roman, you're the bomb. What do you guys think of my prediction?
I like it. I think it's a good thing. They have to cut the dead weight.
Yeah.
Unless you're filling ROH with these people.
Yep.
They're not getting TV time on ROH. They need to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'll only be by just contract running out. Tony Khan, unless you royally screw up a la certain somebody, he doesn't fire you, because he also allows, yes, they may be on the roster, but he also allows them to go work the indies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think if this happens, it'll just be because Joe Schmo doesn't want to re-sign. That's why the roster gets trimmed down.
Okay. Canada Dry, bring it home. Your last and final pick.
My last pick is going out to my good friend, Natalia Markova. Natalia Markova wins the Women's World Title 2025. appears on the All Effin' Wrestling show holding the belt, and we're all celebrating. That's what I'm talking about for 2025.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you do it. Joe, what do you think of that prediction?
I hope it happens. I mean, for the brand, it's great, but also for her, like she seems. I get that, like she's like one of those people who is like, I feel like she's like underappreciated and underrewarded on screen wise. I'm not talking about behind the stage or anything like that, but I feel like Billy Corgan with her is keeping. It feels like Billy thinks she's just a really great hand that doesn't need the belt, and I think that's if he doesn't do something, it's going to bite him in the ass if he doesn't do it soon.
Bingo. All right. I got to say.
A little quick note. The Winter Classic, the Smashing Pumpkins are leading off that.
Yeah.
And Natalia Markova, I'm not saying for sure because she doesn't know, but she could appear at the beginning of the Winter Classic.
Oh, she's going to drop the puck?
No, she did. She just cutters during the
Yeah.
She could appear.
I think she should drop the puck. That's just me personally. I think she should do the puck. That's just my philosophy. All right, Joe. Last one.
My last one. It is revolving around John Cena. So John Cena, he fails at the Royal Rumble. He fails at Elimination Chamber. So we got that. We're going to sort of retell the story a few years ago where he was desperate to get a match at Mania. Well, he fails there, gets some kind of quasi main event match at Mania, and then makes his intentions known that he wants a title shot. Fails. He gets a title shot at SummerSlam because he's John Cena and fails. And then by Survivor Series, he gets one more title shot and he turns heel and wins the title.
Oh, John Cena goes heel.
They talked about it years ago with The Rock. They had the gear made up and everything. They had new music for him. And I think you talk about moments. That's what WWE does. And there's no bigger than moment than John. And it could even be against Cody. Have him just turn heel on Cody Rhodes and win the title.
Yeah, you know who?
Yeah,
really
I feel this is your big out on a limb prediction here.
Yes, because odds of this happening about 0.001.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
like
what kind of prediction? What kind
of
of prediction is like, oh, Cody Rhodes is going to win the title this year? Like, that's not bold. That's predictable.
Yeah. You know who really likes your prediction? That guy, Swerve. So not only does Swerve like it, but hallelujah.
When is the show coming back? I'm aching for some
summer next year, summer 2025.
We got a ways to wait. Okay.
Yep. All right. Here's my final prediction. Vincent Kennedy McMahon will create a new promotion. Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn will be executive producers. Bruce Pritchard will also help book and write, and it will appear on either Fox or NBC.
Really?
So Vince McMahon sold all his stock. And when I say all his stock, I mean every last penny. He's got billions of dollars sitting in his account right now. He has officially bought studio space in California, offices and that are attached to a studio. He's talked about he has trademarked a name supposedly for entertainment purposes. This man knows one thing. He knows professional wrestling. He doesn't know anything else. That's my prediction. Because Pritchard hasn't been in WWE for over 3 months now. He's been at home. And I have a feeling he's going to go with Vince. Kevin Dunn hasn't been doing anything. He has hired 2 people that have experience working in television that used to work for WWE. So that is my prediction. Vince McMahon will create a new promotion. Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn will, in fact, work for him as executive producers. Pritchard will book as well, and will appear on either Fox or NBC.
I have another bonus prediction for you as a result of your prediction.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to throw up a lot in 2025.
Yeah.
A lot. A
Oh, yeah.
world record throwing up.
Word up. Joe, what do you think?
I hope that doesn't happen. Honestly, I think I don't think NBC will do it. Mainly because they still have their contract with WWE for Saturday night's main event.
So, hidden within that contract is actually an escape clause, which states that if NBC gets a better offer to do something with wrestling, they have the option to negate their thing with WWE.
Oh.
Yeah. Just saying.
We'll see. I could see Fox doing it, though.
Yeah.
Because Fox has been on record saying they want to be in the wrestling, involved with wrestling. It's just that they were paying WWE way too much money to see a return on their investment.
Joe Henry signing with WWE. I do too.
Yeah,
we
I
said,
do too.
Tiffany, we said bold predictions.
Yeah, get bold.
Here's a bold one that's not going to happen. I bring that you all acknowledge me in 2025. Not going to happen, bucko.
Here's the thing, Elvis. Much like the name of the person or the predecessor of your name, Elvis, Mr. Elvis Presley, who is not alive and is in fact deceased, you, my friend, are deceased as well. I will acknowledge you when my butt turns red and I start ooping and ah like a orangutan.
So you're saying he's dead to you?
He's dead to me.
Oh.
Elvis, God. Guys, that's the end of our show. What a great way. Next Sunday. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. Wednesday, we are not doing Dynamite After Dark. If you tune in, you're just going to see this. Nothing. You don't see anything. You can't see me. I'm like,
there won't be anything to see.
There won't be anything to see. But if you really wanted to, you can go into the archives and just watch. Click like and subscribe. Be our friend. Be our friend.
We had a lot of time, good time yesterday on the Facebook gimmick doing our Christmas show.
Yeah, I think we should do it more often.
I still have the can from my
nice
Pop Shop hard vodka.
Hell yeah. Soda Moose. All right. So if you want to get in touch with us, there's multiple ways to do it. All the links are down below. But there's things called T-shirts. I'm wearing one. It's not an official one.
I'm wearing one.
Just keep fighting. The All Effing Wrestling. We have a shirt that I'm telling you right now is coming out next year. That is going to be the best shirt we have ever.
You think
created.
it's that good?
I think it's that good. This will be our bestseller. It is freaking phenomenal. All I'm going to say is that's all. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Nothing more.
What's he doing? What's this?
But,
ordering pizza?
Yeah. But if you know, hey, AFW, AFW say professional wrestling. We got what Joe is wearing. We got the bullet. All I got to say is get a shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. Now, if you like old school wrestling and you want to help out and keep the name of Adrian Adonis alive and well, a man who should have been in the Hall of Fame, all you have to do is go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis gear. Guys, what are we doing next Sunday? Because this will be the last show of the year.
We are going to do our award show.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get together this week.
Yep.
And we're going to talk some who's going to get these awards, and it's going to be a good one. We're going to get the big effing finger back out and hand it out.
I might even wear a bow tie. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
I might. No guarantees. So on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Commissioner John, on behalf of me, the JFB.
Merry Christmas and just keep fighting.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Tony Schiavone for the All Fan Wrestling
Tony
Network.
Schiavone.